Hello out there, YouTube. Mangrove Mike here at the Fly Tying Bench. I've got a simple fly to tie today for a friend of mine, Richard. This is a Barracuda fly. Everybody knows that poppers, like a white popper, is good for Barracuda. This particular fly here is exclusively for Barracuda. You can make it a popper or a slider or fish it just the way it is. So here we go. I've got a Mustad 34007 3/0 in the vise, and I'm going to start on some chartreuse flat wax nylon. I'm going to start this material onto the hook, and then I'm going to come in with some Zap-A-Gap. Good coating of that on there. Take your favorite wire, your favorite braided wire. I am going to use tiger wire. That's one of my favorites. I took it through the hook eye, and then I'm going to wrap the thread back towards the hook point. And gotta kind of fight the wire a little bit, but that's okay. And when I get to the back, I'm going to take the tag end of this wire and I'm going to fold it towards the front like this, and I'm going to wrap that piece of wire down. That way when it's all hitting the fan, we know that that wire is not going to go anywhere. Barracuda, they're a pretty aggressive game fish, and pretty exciting to fish for. I've continued the wire back to about the point of the hook, and now I'm going to add the tail material, which is going to be green, some green Flashaboo. And I like to tie in a nice thick tail. In case you catch a couple barracudas. They are toothy, and they can shred flies. I'm going to make it about the length of the hook, not too long, because barracudas tend to bite short, and if it's too long, that's a problem. Tie the Flashaboo in. And we'll trim away what's left. I'm going to hit this with another round of Zap-A-Gap at this point in the construction of the fly. Bring these thread wraps to the front. Watching out for that wire. Like that. More Zap-A-Gap. I'll put a 1/2 hitch. You have to come over the wire to get that done. I'll do one more. There's plenty of zap-a-gap on there. And at this point, I'm going to take this. Next step is body braid. I like silver, and this has got a lot of flashing in this particular silver. If it has a core, kindly remove the core. You don't necessarily need the core in there. And I'm going to thread this body braid over the wire. You might not be able to see, but when it comes through here, you're going to be able to tell what I've done. So I have the wire coming through the body braid like this now. I'm going to come with my next hook. This hook is a Mustad 34007. It's a 2/0, and I'm going to gauge where it needs to be. And sometimes it helps if you take it out of the vise. Maybe it'll be easier to see. I'm going to try to thread this hook just like I'm putting a worm on the hook, over the body braid and out the bottom of the body braid at a point that I think is proper for this fly. So we're going to have something on there like this. Now I'm going to put that front hook in the vise, and you can see what we have here. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to reattach my thread. This part's a little tricky. Get the thread back on there. And you can take your lousy scissors and trim off the wire. It's going to make this a little easier. I'm going to leave probably a 1/2 inch hanging off the front like so. Now I'm going to pull back the braid material and bring some thread wraps on like so. Okay. I'm going to hit this with some zap-a-gap. And bring some more solid thread wraps on. Put the thread to the front. I'm going to take this wire, bend the wire back, and more thread wraps over the top. Hopefully you can see that, how nice that is now. And wrap that wire all the way down, so as far as the wire goes. Bring it to the front. I'm going to put some more thread wraps on like so. Bring the thread to the front, work the body braid back to the front where you want it to be, and now you can tie this material down. Tie that material down like so. You could finish this fly a lot of different ways. You could put some eyes on there with epoxy right now. Do it about any way you really want to do. This is kind of a needlefish fly. Barracudas love needlefish, and it's got a trailer hook in case they bite short, and the front hook in case they go for the head. You've got the Barracuda covered. This particular one here, I think I might try to palmer some saddle hackle. We'll try the tip. Tie a tip in, and now let's palmer that hackle. You can take your scissors, fold some of those hairs back, and just palmer that hackle on. Tie that off with a thread wrap. Another one. Turn that off. Kind of like that. I'm going to put one more. Tie in another tip. Trim it up. Pull the hairs back. Anything unruly you can trim out here. I'm going to make some thread wraps. Back. Half hitch. Another half hitch in. And that basically there is the fly. After you got the head. And that right there is the finished fly. It's maybe 5-6 inches long, and I like the tandem hook. Had a lot of barracuda follow the fly for a long way and bite short. That hook in the back gets them. You could put a popper head on the front, and now you've got a popper. It's a little harder to cast. You turn this around, popper head, and you got a slider. That is a nice barracuda fly, and there's several different ways that it can be fished. It can be fished like a popper. You can present this to the barracuda, take it away, make another cast to the barracuda, take it away from them, make another cast. You can keep getting that barracuda kind of fired up because they like something fast, and when you put the cast down there and rip it out of the water, sometimes they'll chase it, and they'll keep chasing it, and then after 2 or 3 casts to the barracuda like that, you can present it to them and just twitch it a couple times, and a lot of times the barracuda will just go crazy and attack it. I've made super long casts with these flies, put the rod under my arm and stripped with both hands as fast as I could. It just kind of depends on the mood and the attitude of the barracuda you're fishing to. So I hope this fly helps, and if you ever run into some barracuda, you have one of these in your box, it's a real handy fly. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're in them thick, and you can grab that barracuda, Richard. I hope you catch them all. I'd love to see a picture. Thanks for watching.